Hi. So one of the things that caught my attention recently is Joe Rogan, and exactly what kind of interviewer he is. I've been watching a couple of videos where people say about his good, and it's interesting how he's very one of the most popular, if not the most popular, podcast in the world. And a lot of people say how he's a great listener, very attentive, and I'd have to agree after hearing some of his interviews and noticing, and which I do mainly through YouTube videos where I've seen his, how his body language, how he's very attentive. And I think it's such a good characteristic of a good interview, how you're listening, you're not trying to push your agenda like mainstream media, like CNN or these other cable news networks that are existing. And, not trying to push an agenda, how they're very attentive, how Joe's very attentive. And I think we could definitely learn. One of the best qualities that portrays is humility, which is the most attractive trait a human being can have. And it's very interesting how he, of course, there's times where he asks questions where he'll seem like he's pushing something, or he's trying to tell the person, oh, you know what, you're so full of it. And it's not really necessarily that. The thing is that he asks these questions in this way to gain a better understanding of the person, not necessarily to debate them. And sometimes what happens is that sometimes people perceive that as debating someone or trying to impose something, and it's really not. But it's very interesting how Joe has this quality, and he's portrayed as somebody being very humble, and he's nonpartisan. He doesn't necessarily come to a conclusion or say this is bad, or he only has a certain type of people that have certain type of views. He has all kinds of people that have different viewpoints, and it's very praiseworthy. Agree or disagree with Joe. I'm not here to say that I agree with him. That's not the point. The point is, what kind of lessons can we learn from Joe Rogan? That's what I want to go ahead and just bring out. And I thought it was very interesting, and I think I thought it was very interesting in the way, what can we learn from Joe about being a conversationalist. Not, we don't interview people, but we do have conversations, and I think it's a very excellent skill to develop as a person who conversates with people. All of us, for that matter. It's very impressive. And that's how one of the ways that Joe has been able to get his popularity. So I thought I would just bring that out. A very interesting point. But other than that, guys, take care. I'll see you in the next video.